Hi Kendall, how you going?
Pretty good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Thanks for coming on and congratulations on such a great performance at Sydney's Backyard Ultra just a few weeks ago.
Oh, mate, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No worries. So I guess what I'd like to start off asking is when did you start running and how did you get into it?
I think running started as just to stay in shape for all the sports that I was doing when I was younger. Like I was in school and I was playing soccer, and then I was like very interested into like playing handball, like the European handball.
Oh yeah,
And then my mom started running, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm gonna try this now. And I just like keep doing my trainings with the school, with high school, but then I just started running on the side just to stay in shape. Nothing, no structure, no Garmin's, no Strava, no phones, no nothing. Just like run from my house to like 5Ks or something and then come back,
yeah,
or not even like 2Ks and then back.
yeah,
And my mom kept doing it, so I just follow her. And like when I started doing running, like officially, like I want to train and become a better runner. That's probably pretty recently, like when I finished high school. So I
yeah,
finished high school, I stopped doing those sports, and then it was just like running and lifting.
yeah. And just so people know, you're 21, right?
Yeah, I'm 21. So I finished high school like when I was 18.
Right, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Now, looking at your Instagram, it's pretty obvious that you're a big fan of Goggins, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Did so did Goggins kind of like influence you? Like, if there was no Goggins, would you be where you are today?
That's a good question. And I think I would.
Yeah,
Goggins, I think, was a compliment for the things I was doing already.
mm,
So when I started running, I actually didn't like it. I'm like, this kind of sucks, you know?
yeah,
It's hard to breathe. I'm quite slow, and there's no point of comparison as well because I don't have social media at that point. I don't have Strava where you can see all the stats and all the numbers. I don't worry about any of that at that time. No gels, no nothing. So I just finish high school.
yeah,
I drink a cup of coffee, go for a run, you know? As so you don't measure, you don't see numbers.
mm,
So in my mind, it's like when I start to feel a bit tired, can I keep doing this for long enough? Like let's say I do it for 3 months. Will I not be as tired if I just like keep training?
mm,
And I just love the fact that I could become better in something and
yeah,
just push through a bit of pain. So it started in a very early age when I discovered that like Suckfest as they call it. So I just fell in love with that.
yeah. And
Yeah.
you've actually met Goggins, is that right? Like, because there's a picture of you with him on
Yeah.
the Strava profile.
Yeah. So I went to one of his conferences, like one of his speech, and yeah, I just bought the VIP ticket. I wanted to meet Goggins so bad, and I had a T-shirt with his signature. He signed the book as well,
Oh, yeah,
and I just had a brief chat with him, a quick picture, and that was it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, awesome.
yeah.
So, how did you like? Because now you're obviously running long distances. How did you build up to that kind of those distances, and how did you know what you were doing, or did you know what you were doing?
Not really. No, I didn't have idea what I was doing.
Yeah,
So I just started with 5Ks, like when I was about 15, 16. That was my favorite distance. And I tried to do quicker and quicker 5Ks. My usual time in a 5K at that time was like 30 minutes.
right.
So I'm like, can I do it in 27 minutes? Then that was hard. And where I live is pretty hilly. Like when I live back in Costa Rica,
Mm,
we are in about 1,400 meters above sea level. So it's a bit of elevation. It's nothing crazy, but it's something. And it's very hilly. So you have a bit of flat, then you go up, down, you know. And then from 5Ks, I started doing 10Ks. That's my mom's favorite distance as well. So I'm like, if my mom's doing it, I can do 10Ks, you know? She cannot be better than me. So I just went for 10Ks, do it like in an hour. And when I remember that I got a bit better in 10Ks was actually here in Australia. I just went to Bondi and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna push as far as I can for 10Ks. And I did it in 50 minutes. It's not super fast, but it's 10 minutes improvement. So I'm like, oh, I can actually do it in 50 minutes. After that, I just kept doing, at that point, I already had like half a marathon races, but then I just kept improving. So at the moment, my half marathon is like 1 hour and 26 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's like my PR in the half marathon. And my first ever marathon, I did it in my first year here in Australia, which was 2023 in September, and I did the Sydney Marathon. So that was my longest distance ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now that was rough. Like
Yeah.
I did that like in 5 hours and something.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a migraine. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. Do you still want to go back to the marathon every now and then and try and run a faster marathon?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And especially, I love the building blocks
Yeah.
because that's where everything happens.
Mm.
A marathon is just one day, just one morning, and it's gone, right?
Yeah.
But the building block, that's everything, because that's where you get to apply your discipline, you get to apply your schedule, you get to apply your fueling. That's where you actually learn. And if you do it like hard, like a proper training block, and you do it even harder or more difficult to yourself in the training block, the marathon is kind of easy, you know.
Yeah, cool. So you mentioned you're 21, and I mean, I'm 45, and when I was 21, like doing what you do was the furthest thing on my mind. I was just interested in like, going out, drinking and stuff like that. So, I mean, I guess things are probably a bit different now with social media and stuff like that. But are there many other people your age like you?
Not really. It's a handful.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's pretty uncommon. And I guess like this is because where I grew up, how I grew up. This is thanks to my parents, to my mom, especially to my grandfather. And I've been a pretty ambitious kid since a very young age.
Mm.
I still remember like maybe 12 years old. I wanted to do big things, and I was doing them. Like I was selling stuff. Like I saw my grandfather, and I'm like, okay, I want to help you. And just seeing like success around my family. It's not. I don't come from a successful family. Um, it's just like the values of my family
Mm.
and the work ethic, the love they gave me. All of that built me into the person that I am now. And seeing that around you, that's what it shapes you, because you're a kid and you just absorb everything, you know.
Mm.
And so first thing I did when I was like young is like, okay, I want to build a business, or I just want to help my grandpa. So I just grew up with him, and I'm like, grandpa, how can I make money, or how can I do something? He's like, oh, I don't know, like sell lettuce or do something. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna plant some lettuce in the backyard, and I sold them to the neighbors. And in my high school, I also built a coffee brand, which is still running back home. And my brother is like operating that. He's like 14 years old, but it's
Yeah.
going.
Awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, during all this process, I discovered discipline and trying to develop yourself, self-development, reading stuff, even like learning English. Um, I just wanted to be better, and I was just pretty ambitious since a very young age.
Yeah, awesome. And out of
Yeah.
interest, how what brought you to Australia?
It's kind of like same thing, I guess. So when I finished high school, everyone asks you this question, which is like, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah.
What are you gonna work on, or what career are you gonna pursue? And I'm like, I actually don't know. Like I've been just like building a coffee business, and that's what I like to do. I like recording videos. I like building things, you know.
Mm.
And I asked my mom, and we have this conversation, and she's like, "Okay, if you want to go to university, we don't have enough money to pay you a career, so you're gonna have to study hard and get like a sponsorship, um, or you start working, you pay your studies, or you start working straight away, or you decide what to do. But we don't have enough money for this, right?" So I'm like, okay, I can study very hard. I was a good student, but I'm like, I don't want this. So I think university is like, if you know what you want to do, you should go
Mm.
because you already know. But I didn't know. So I'm like, okay, I want to improve my English. I'll move to a different country, and I want to work. I want to study. I want to see other cultures. And I literally just saw the world map, like the entire world. And I started like searching in Google. This took me like a month, and I looked the US, Canada, Europe. I found New Zealand, Australia. I was gonna go to New Zealand because nice landscaping and nature and running and all this.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, I found Sydney, Australia, and I thought it was like a bigger opportunity in terms of career and work. So I ended up in Sydney because of that.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
And you're liking it?
I'm liking it. It's pretty different,
Yeah,
but I still want to explore more of the world.
right. Yeah, cool.
But it was a good decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent. Now, as far as backyard ultras go, do you remember when you first heard about backyard ultras?
I saw it like um, the same year I ran my first one. So it was like 3 months
Right.
after before I signed up.
Yeah,
So that was October, like maybe mid of the 2020 uh last year, was it? Yeah.
yeah,
So mid last year, that was the first time. I just saw it online in Instagram,
yeah.
and I'm like, what is this? And I started like looking it up, and I'm like, so you have to run every hour. And like the first question that people ask you, like, do you sleep or how does it work? And I'm like, this is kind of cool. And I just signed up and did it.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was Sydney's backyard ultra last year. And you did, is it correct? You did 15 loops?
I did 18.
Oh, 18. Yep.
18. I completed 18 and DNF in the 19th.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. And
Yeah.
what were your expectations leading into the race? Like, did you set like yourself a goal, or did you just go in with like really not much of an idea what you could do?
Not really, like as far as I could go. That's
Yeah.
what I said. Like, it's an experiment.
Yeah.
So I just brought fuel, whatever I thought like I might need, electrolytes. I bought a bunch of like different supplements. Actually, didn't. It was too much. It was overfueling.
Right.
So, and I just like I want to go as far as I can. And then we were running during the night, and that was like my first time doing like running through the night. And I just made it to like 15. It starts everything to hurt. I had some niggles behind my knee.
Mm.
It was hurting too much, but I never experienced that pain in ultras.
Yeah.
Like it hurts, but you can keep running.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this an injury or not? And I was in the 18th lap. I completed that one very slow. Then I did the 19th, already thinking to quit.
Yeah.
Maybe a half the loop, I was like, oh fuck, am I gonna make it or not?
Yeah.
And I just started walking, and I just like, okay, this is it. And I just walked the whole way, and I was just like looking at the stars, looking at the night, and that was everything. That's when I finished.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's pretty good. Like 18 for your first one. That's good. Did you enjoy it?
At the start, it's pretty cool because you meet a lot of people. You
Yeah,
get to chat with awesome people. You get to hear their stories, and I think this is the best thing of the backyard ultras. It's like the community. Everyone's like camping, so I love that part of it. Running, not necessarily enjoyed it too much at the end. I'm
yeah,
like, fuck, this sucks. But I also like that because that's what builds me.
yeah,
So I would say yes, I like it.
Yeah, excellent. And
Yeah.
did you have anyone there crewing for you at that race?
Yeah, it was actually my flatmates.
Okay.
So I was pretty new to Australia. I had few friends, and the kind of friends that you have like when you first arrive in a new country, they don't necessarily do the same things as you. Like
Mm.
you need to spend like long enough time to have friends who have the same interests, like running and self-development and lifting or going to the gym, whatever that is for you. But at this time it was just like my flatmates, so they joined with me.
Yeah, yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
And have any of them gone on? Did they enjoy it? So they've gone and run it this year or anything like that?
Not really, but they started going to the gym because of me.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm pretty happy. Like this is one of the reasons why I do what I do. And sometimes people come up to me, it's like, oh, I went to the gym, and they start telling me their routine, and it's like, dude, I used to not be this strong, or I lost 5 kilos, or
Yeah,
and that makes me pretty happy. So yeah.
yeah, awesome. Yeah, so Sydney's, that was October last year, and that wasn't even all that long ago. But it looks like on Strava, you've definitely increased the amount of running you do since then. So, was that as a result of that race last year?
Yeah, definitely. I was not happy with my result on that race because I stopped because my knee hurt,
Mm.
but mentally I wanted to go like further.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I train more, maybe my knee is not gonna hurt anymore, like in the next one. But mentally, I wanted to keep building. So that's when I hired Sam,
Yeah.
and we started doing like proper training for specifically for the backyard. I got a lot of interest in how backyards work and how other people manage like their fueling, their pacing. How do people actually do a successful backyard? So
Mm.
that's when I started like doing proper training blocks with structure, and not like just like running whatever paces and whatever distances per week.
Yeah. And how did you
Mhm.
find Sam? Was that just through the Backyard Ultra world? You'd heard about him and you knew he was a coach?
I literally went to Google and I
Oh,
typed running coach for backyard ultras,
yeah.
enter. And
Yeah.
then I did my research and Sam Harvey pop up, and I'm like, who is this guy? I went to Instagram, and it's like the assist of the world record.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, this guy actually ran 101 hours. So I'm like, he must know something, surely.
Yeah.
So that's what I contacted him. And since then, I've been with this guy.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
So your most recent run, so I mean, actually before your most recent run at Sydney's, I saw that you finished, well, you ran at Blue Goat and you actually finished as the last one standing there.
that's correct. Yeah. So I wanted to do another race before doing the Sydney Bagger Ultra,
Mm.
as like training and practicing my fueling. And I'm like, sure, I'm gonna feed another run here, another race. And I started like searching online. I found the Blue Goats, and I just went to that race with the mindset of learning. I'm like, I want to learn as much as I can. I have this theory, I have all this fueling, I have like in my notebook like laps until like I don't remember how long I went, but I think I put like until 30 laps or something,
Yeah.
or 35, or actually I put until 24, and then I put repeat in
Right.
case
Yeah.
I went further.
Yeah.
So like lap one, do this, do this, do that. Lap two, and everything very detailed. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and I just kept running, kept running. The pain start to increase, getting close to the nighttime, and people start to drop off because it was very hilly. There was no flat ground in that race. It was very
Yeah.
technical. And then like at 20 hours, there's only like 3 4 guys, I don't remember. One of them wanted to do 24, and then it was another guy called Ryan and me.
Mm.
And I was looking pretty fresh. I was taking showers, because it was only 5Ks. It was 5K loops. So I'm like, I can go quicker on this. And I did the quickest lap as well with 39 minutes, I think.
Right.
And I just went for a shower. I was smelling good.
Yeah.
So even though your legs are fucked up, like if you still look good and the other guys are like, this guy's gonna go far. And inside I'm like, please finish everyone, you know. I wanna go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
but but yeah, I finished last one standing down with 30 hours.
Yeah, awesome. And just for the people who aren't aware, the Blue Goat is kind of like it's got the same rules as a backyard ultra, but it's a bit short. So it's not an official backyard ultra, but there's a lot of elevation on that course, like you said. Like you did 100, this is according to Strava, you did 154 kilometers with just over 5,500 meters. So it's definitely a tough race.
Oh yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah,
Like I saw everyone's faces, everyone was complaining about their quads
yeah,
and their hamstrings, and everyone was in pain. It was
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
So that was only 3 months after your first run at Sydney's. So what do you think it was that helped you improve so much?
Just like staying consistent with your training blocks. And I think I had my ultra runner inside me before I even became a runner.
Yeah,
I'm talking about my mind or in my mindset. But until I put the work into building my body, that's when everything meets up.
yeah,
That's what I think. Yeah.
yeah, unreal. So when you finished Blue Goat, were you feeling like you could have just kept going for a long time, or you were happy when it finished?
Oh, I was pretty happy to finish.
Yeah, yeah,
I think I could have done one more loop to complete 100 miles.
yeah.
Because at that point I never done 100 miles, and I was very close. It's just one more, and that's 160 Ks.
Mm.
But I was the last one standing there, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, great. And did you learn anything from that run at Blue Goat that helped you prepare for Sydney's?
Oh, definitely. Running on pain, running in like even inflamed foods. Because my right foot, I think, because of the elevation, when you go downhill,
Mm.
I had my shoes were a bit tight on the top, and I think when I was going down, my foot was pushing against the laces,
Right.
and it hurt over time. And so in Sydney's, like even though I felt it just I learned to push through pain even more than before. So I
Yeah,
think that's the main takeaway. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I guess you were more familiar, you knew what the pain was, what was causing it, and you knew you'd be okay. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, awesome. So Sydney's, which was just a couple of weeks ago. I mean, you went berserk. You did 50 yards, the youngest person to have ever done 50 yards, I believe.
Hmm.
So, what was the main differences in how you approached Sydney's this year to last year? I mean, you've kind of touched on it a bit, but yeah, if you just want to go into a little bit more detail.
Um, Probably the preparation and like the willingness to have like a proper result in the race.
Yeah.
I also have another race coming, so I'm like, I want to be up there with good numbers.
Mm.
I actually like I went to the race with no expectations. I'm like, I never run like, well, I actually did in Blue Goats. I ran through the night, so
Yeah.
that was over 24 hours. So that was done. So the next thing to accomplish was a second day. So the second night starts, and that's my new pain cave.
Yeah.
Because like the pain cave is like it's interesting because the more you go into it, the bigger it becomes.
Mm.
So you run 19 loops, you don't make it through the night. You keep working, you keep training, and then you make it through the night because you stayed in the pain cave long enough. It's like you are chiseling and you are making that a bit bigger. So now you knew um, your new wall, as they call it, is a bit further.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to get. Like I wanted to get to that point and see where it was, you know. And I guess that was around there, like second day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about like nutrition? Like, how did you change the nutrition at
Oh, I
Sydney?
love this. um, I just changed the brand. So
Right.
in Blue Goats, I went with Tailwind,
Yeah.
and I went with pretty like mild flavors, and I just use that every hour. So the base is always like 1 or 2 bottles of 500 ml. Um, yeah, I didn't change much. I just like kept practicing with new things. Whatever I liked eating, I ate it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big eater. Like I eat a lot and I enjoy food. I think I have a lovely relationship with food. Like it's not like I go like eat everything and eat donuts. I actually eat pretty well, like very clean foods, only like main ingredients. In my plates, there's only like 2, 3, 5 ingredients. Um, and in Blue Goats, I just like I did the same in Sydney, but just different brands. Um, I also ate more. Like second day, um, I was eating wraps. I was eating like um, caramelizes, cookies on it.
So as far as goals go, like, did you have a goal in mind before the race actually started?
Not really. No, like I had like conversations with Sam. I actually didn't talk much with Sam.
Right.
Um, we were just like, let's go as far as we can go, and see what happens. And I just kept running and running. I didn't think about the time. I didn't even look at my watch. Um, like as time goes, like you hear people achieving their goals, like 24 hours, 100 miles,
Yeah.
150 Ks, or even 200 Ks. So everyone started like drops out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I run 100 now. So,
Yeah.
but you don't think about it. Like you just, the way I think, and I think many people do the same, is like, this is my new life and this is what I'm going to keep doing like for the next days.
Yeah.
This is my only job. This is my only task. Like just like run one loop, run another one, stay hydrated, eat. It's just like basic things.
Yeah.
Keep it as simple as possible and do it for as long as you can. And that was the only goal I had.
Unreal. Did you sleep at all between loops?
I had time to do it, but I didn't actually sleep.
Mm.
I rested pretty well. I did few loops a bit quicker, about 45 minutes. So I got to the aid station like with 15 minutes to spare. I lay down for maybe almost 15 minutes, like let's say 12 minutes,
Mm.
just 3 minutes to get up and eat something and put your shoes on and do whatever you need to do. But during those 12 minutes, I closed my eyes. I heard the noise. I had like earmuffs and everything, so, but still couldn't sleep. Yeah.
Now,
So I don't think I could sleep.
yeah, fair enough. But I mean, resting and closing your eyes, it's pretty much just as good as
Oh, yeah.
sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I saw that Sam Harvey actually flew over to Sydney to crew for you. That must have been awesome.
It was great. Like, I think he wanted also to be here because it's such a great event.
Yeah.
And there was another guy who he also trains. So there was two of us, but he put his main focus on me, I think, since, um, yeah. So that was awesome. Like he crewed me, everything worked great. And when you have a great team around you, you can go even further than
Yeah.
you ever thought possible. Because if you want success in anything, you need people around you, like great people. It starts with you. Like when you want something, it really have to be born in yourself, and you want it, and then you start working on it. That's what I did. But then when you want something more and you want to go bigger or better or greater, you need great people along your side. So that's when everyone joins you, and even people ask to help you, which is great.
Yeah.
And people don't think about it that way. People's like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. They don't think about the resources they do have, which is time, energy. Maybe they don't have money or whatever that is.
Mm.
But I think that's how you can accomplish anything. It has to be born within you. You start working on it with the things you have, and then great people are going to join you on the journey. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal. So it must have also made you feel a little bit like, oh, gee, Sam's actually flown all the way over here. Um, that must have given you extra determination to do well as well, did it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's looking. I
Yeah.
cannot go like just like, I don't know, 20 hours or something. I got to do something good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I had a look at the loop times you were running, and your average was just over 50 minutes a loop, but you did run a lot around 48 minutes, and your fastest was 38. Did you have a strategy as far as pacing goes?
Yes. So at the start, you kind of like test things like your first loops. You want to see the curves. You want to check the where can I walk, where can I run. So that's what I did at the beginning, and I was sitting on 52-minute laps, which is enough for me to do everything that I need to.
Mm.
So I tried to stay at around 52. Maybe I did some quicker, some slower, but that was the goal: do 52-minute laps until the night. Then when it's like late and I want to rest, I go quicker.
Yeah.
And when I'm falling asleep, I try to sprint or do something quicker. That's, I think, when I did the 38-minute loop. And that gives me like more momentum. So that's one advice I would give someone. And this is just something to test. Is not something that I've practiced a lot, which is like when you want to quit, or when you feel that you are struggling, try to sprint, like literally try to do a quick loop, and you're gonna get there and you're like, oh, I actually did it with 10 minutes to spare or 5 minutes to spare, whatever that is, but you push hard on that one, even though you think it's the last one, and you try to sprint even though your mind says sprint but your body's like going slow. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll give you momentum. So that's like, I think I did like a couple of loops like that on the second night, and then at the end I just wanted to do 52-minute laps as far as I could go.
Mm.
Yeah.
And was that much different to how you ran it the first time last year?
I did quicker loops this time
Right.
because I think I built more strength, more endurance.
Yeah.
So I was able to do quicker. And last year I was just like making it like 55-minute loops.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, way different.
Yeah. Now, at around what stage of the race did things start feeling physically hard? Like, did your legs start hurting and things like that?
I think like after, when it becomes an ultra,
Mm.
your legs start to feel warm, like
Yeah.
you start to feel your muscles more than what you should. That's when it comes to like muscle pain, but that's normal. Like that's no injuries, nothing to worry about. It's like doing a heavy set in the gym,
Mm.
and you go until failure.
Yeah.
Okay, now for how long can you hold that failure?
Yeah.
At that point it's maybe after 50 Ks or something. But then when it becomes like actually painful, maybe it was during the second night.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess there's not much you can do about that, but was there anything you did? Like, did you use creams or anything like that, or like Panadol or anything like that to try and reduce the pain?
I did have some pain on my right foot, on the bottom of the foot. So I was feeling like someone or something was poking into my foot,
Right,
like very painful thing, like on the plant on the bottom of the foot. And it hurt every time I landed the foot.
right.
So, every step that I took. At the end of the race, I was like kind of like shuffling, lifting my feet like as least as possible,
Yeah.
so I didn't impact too much. And a physiotherapist, like actually my physio, he put something, a piece of something, like I don't really remember, but he tied something around my foot
Mm.
to hopefully make it less painful. But no, it was still super painful. So in the middle of the loop, I stopped. I take my shoe off, took my socks off, take the thing off, put it back on, put my shoes back on, and I just kept running like that.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Um, and what about mentally? Well, like, what were you telling yourself to keep going during those loops deep in the race when things were really hurting?
I think every race is different. In Blue Goats, when I was going through pain, like at the end of the on the after the 24 hours, it just came to my mind. Like I didn't plan for this. Like I didn't plan for any phrase or anything to hype me up. But I was just saying, there is a man who died in a cross.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
Yeah.
And I just kept running. And I'm like, it doesn't matter how painful it is, there's been worse things. So I guess I can do it, if I just don't stop. And then on Sydney, I said the same thing. But I also was remembering my family and like personal things. And I also lost an uncle during my first year in Australia.
Right.
And I pretty much knew that he was going to pass away because it was cancer. It was pretty bad. So I came here. I'm like, it's going to happen at some time. I'm going to be here by myself and I cannot make it back.
Mm.
So when I left Costa Rica, I said pretty much goodbye. It
Right.
was tough, but he also inspired me to run because he was the runner of the family.
Right.
So I was running with him when I was younger, and I was just remembering those times. And I think that's one of the things that kept me going. So doing things for other people, doing things for something bigger than yourself, that's something that can push you to go far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. I'm guessing that your family back home in Costa Rica, they were following what was going on, and they must have been proud.
Oh yeah, definitely they were. My mom's been um, giving me a lot of like inspiration, and they were really proud. Like sometimes they don't understand like the kind of things I'm doing. I'm like doing racers, and it's like, oh yeah, he's a marathon runner. But until you put it in context, like you tell them I run from this point to this point in Costa Rica. You tell them like a hometown and then another hometown, and they're like, oh yeah, that's very far.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, they were very proud of me.
yeah. Now I understand that late in the race, James Blanton and Jashi, they ran with you during those final couple of loops to help you get to number 50.
Yeah. Um, so then 48th or 49 loop, I think I run with James.
Yeah.
And the last one to complete the 50, I run with Ashi. So yeah, they helped me a lot because I was like barely making it at that time, and they paced me pretty well. We had a bit of a chat with each other.
Yeah.
I was like almost falling asleep as well, so I just wanted to make it to the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very thankful with those two, and pretty much with everyone, like everyone in the crowd that bothered to just give a couple of claps
Mm.
and just keep going. And my family, my friends, everyone who crew me, the people who organized the race, people who came and from far from the city to the race. I'm grateful for
Yeah,
everyone. Yeah.
unreal. So running with people like Phil Gore, Jashy, James Blanton, Ryan Crawford, and seeing how they go about, they're the best in the business. So what did you take away from running with guys like that?
Um, what they do, like, I just want to learn from the best. So as soon as I saw the race starting, I saw like 500 people in the start line.
Yeah,
First thing I told myself is I want to be part of a handful. And I just wanted to keep running until that happened. So I just like counting everyone, not all the time, but you just kind of like have a look to see how many people are left. And I'm like, I'm not satisfied until there's like a handful of people that
mm,
I can count with one or even just one hand.
yeah,
And that's what I wanted to get to. And I literally got to be the fifth in the race. And I'm like, holy shit, it's only like these four these four crazy guys and me. um, so I would say that set yourself like insanely big goals. Even if you don't hit them, you are still gonna end up pretty far.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and what did you think after you finished and 30 hours later the race was still going?
Uh, there's work to be done.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, were you impressed with those guys who were left? Like, were you thinking, how good are these? How
Oh,
good are these
absolutely. Like, absolutely. They have been doing this for some time, but uh, I just wanted to learn from them, and it's such an inspiration. Like, how can you just keep running, getting close to running 100 hours? Like, Phil Gore did 80 something, 81, I think, or 82. Um, yeah, just like how, that's the first thing I said when I find out about this race. Like how people keep running for 200, 300 Ks.
Yeah,
And then you see these guys, and that's completely another level.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, big inspiration.
yeah. Awesome. Now, I know that you run backyard ultras under the Costa Rica flag. Now, your 50 yards, I believe, is the best result by a Costa Rican. I don't really know much about backyard ultras in Costa Rica. Do you know if there's race backyard ultras run over there?
Not that I'm aware.
Right,
When I finished the race, I was actually Googling to see if there's any races that I can do in Costa Rica, and it's not popular at all. I
right,
think I saw one, and the furthest distance in that race was like um, 10, 12 hours.
right. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, now I hear that you were lucky enough to um, make it into the field at Nick Bear's ranch in just under a month for the Go One More Ultra.
That's right. So I'm very excited about this race.
Yeah.
This has been actually, since I joined this race, it's been my main goal. So Sydney Backyard Ultra, I went to that one sort of like to train. I wanted to go far, um, but my main goal was like Texas. So I'm like, I don't want to get injured. If I'm close to that, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
And on this race, I saw it online, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sign up to see what happens. But it was a lottery ticket, so there's a chance that you get it. Maybe you get it, you don't. And one time I woke up with some money getting out of my bank account,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, it's maybe from the previous race or something. I didn't really think about it. Then when I come back from work, I check my email, and it says you are in. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you are in what? And then I'll check, and it's like Nick Ver or
Yeah.
VPN, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm in the race.
Yeah.
It's only 125 people
Yeah.
doing the race, and yeah, pretty lucky. I'm pretty grateful. So our goal in that one is to win.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, I guess it's obvious, but what attracted you to that race?
I've been following them for a while.
Yeah,
So I've been watching Nick's Bears blogs and videos of him training, doing like lifting and running, and how hybrid athlete. And I just liked his lifestyle. I loved his videos. Like every weekend after training, I just come back home and I just eat my dinner or something. I just put one of his videos. And I've been doing that for a while. His podcast, I listen to every single podcast, and just learning from him, learning from his team, from his athletes. And I just saw the race and I'm like, this is an opportunity. So let's see if we can make it.
yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
Now, is Sam going to be crewing for you at that one too?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Now, I don't know. I mean, is this Nick Bear's race? Is it an actual official Biggs affiliated backyard ultra, or is it his own race? It's not a Biggs backyard ultra affiliated race, or you're not sure?
I'm not sure, but I think it's like his own race
Yeah,
because he just bought a new property in Texas and he built a ranch with gym equipment and all that. And it's like, what can we do with this? And he just decided to host races there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
And will that? Do you have any other backyard ultras planned as well, or you'll race at that one and then take it from there?
Exactly. Yeah. I think I'm gonna race that one and take it from there. At the moment, there's no plans, but after that, I'll start making plans and deciding if I want to do another big race or another backyard. We'll
Yeah,
see from there.
yeah, awesome. Now, what date does that start? It's only a few weeks away, isn't it? Like about 3 weeks away?
Yeah, like 2 weeks almost. That's the 24th of this month,
Yeah.
and we fly out of Sydney the 20th.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
unreal. I can't wait to follow along. That's going to be great.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And what kind of long-term goals have you set yourself? Like, have you thought about where you want to, what you want to be doing with your running, like further down the track?
I'm the kind of person that cannot sit still. So I'm gonna keep lifting weights. I'm gonna keep running far. Maybe make the priority of running for a bit, and then jump back in the lifting. Lifting is something I just enjoy doing. I just like doing it.
Yeah,
But I have no plans at the moment. I do want to do a big race in Utah, hopefully in the US.
yeah,
But that's like further down the line, or depending on my results in Texas, I see if I can sign up for over a 200-mile race that I can do before the year finishes. So like do it this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, Kendall, I like to ask my guests towards the end of the show for their 3 backyard ultra tips. What would your 3 backyard ultra tips be?
Interesting question. Eat what you like. um, Run as far as you can. You can always do a bit more.
Yeah,
And go into the race with the right mindset. And this means different for everyone. Some people like to go smiley, some people like to go happy all the time. So try to hold that and try to find ways to make that happen. Like bring your friends along, or call your mom, call your wife, or whatever. If you like more of the dark side, like I think this is my case. I like to running during the night, and I want to find that pain cave, and I want to suffer a bit and see how that feels and run as far as I can on that. and maybe I'm not that happy on that, but I know I'm building something. I'm building um, discipline, resilience, doing uncomfortable things, and do it with other people as well, because that's gonna take you further. Like suffering with other people is something special about that.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you closer to those people,
Mm.
and yeah, just bring people along and have a good time. That's
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I really like the tip you gave before as well about if you're feeling like if things getting hard, run a fast loop, like sprint for a bit. I liked that one
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was cool because your body can handle it.
Mm.
Even if you feel tired, it's maybe just tired, like sprint a bit and pump yourself up and just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal. Well, yeah, look, I mean, thanks heaps for coming on. It was, and congratulations on such a great performance at Sydney's. Like I mentioned, 50 yards, the youngest person to have ever done it, a Costa Rican record as well. Hopefully Costa Rica, like they backyard ultras start getting popular over there, and you can run for Costa Rica at the Sat Champs. Like you know how they every 2 years they've got the
Mhm.
World Team Championships.
Yeah, Sam was just telling me about this. So maybe once I come back, my plan after Texas is, well, visiting some family in the US, rest for a while, so recover properly, and then go back to Costa Rica. By then, I'll start looking up races and see if there's any other freaks that do these races and I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
join them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unreal. I can't wait to follow along that Nick Bears race that you're going to be running in. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you win. Well, that would be awesome.
Oh, mate, thank you very much. Like, I appreciate like deeply every single support that everyone gave me. If anyone's listening to this and you've been like supporting me, I'm really thankful, and I'll give you guys a good show. I'm gonna win this race.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
unreal, unreal. And do you know any other names who are in it that people might have heard of, or you're not too sure?
It's kind of like um, hidden. Like there's few names. There's actually one guy called Truett Haynes.
Oh, right, yeah,
So I don't know if you heard of him, but he's the son of Cameron Haynes.
yeah,
Yeah, Cameron Haynes is quite popular.
yeah,
I knew Cameron Haynes for a while. I've been following him, like, and he's friends with David Goggins, I think. Like he's kind of like that level.
yeah,
So I'm like, his son is running that race. He does like marathons, and I don't think he's ever done it at backyard.
mm,
So I think I have a bit of advantage there because it's a different format of a race. He's got the power, obviously. Like he's a big marathon runner, so I think he's got a good capacity. But yeah, I can also do it. So yeah, we'll
unreal.
see how we go.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, yeah, look, well, thanks again for coming on and congratulations on such a big race at Sydney's. And yeah, look, all the best in the future. I'm really excited to follow along in all your races from now on.
Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate you that you just reach out to me, and hopefully we can chat another time
Yeah,
after another race or in the future.
yeah, that would be unreal. Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely, man.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'll hit stop on the record. Don't go anywhere. But thanks again.
Thank you very much, mate.